Uh, Good day, everybody. Today we are going to present our product, organic body powder, from our company PT Herba Organik Nusantara. Next, this is our team member, and this is our presentation outline. Next, background. So the background of our product is because the main ingredient of body powder that's sold around today is made from talc, which is a silicon that consists of magnesium, silicon, and oxygen. Talc itself is contains asbestos, which is a carcinogenic substance which can cause ovarian cancer and lung cancer. The cancer risk also exists for miners from mining the talc mineral. Next.
Next is the product mechanism. So a body powder essentially is to absorb the excess oil on your face, and since our main ingredient for our product is starch, what happens with the oil is called the mattifying effect, where the starch and the oil creates another shiny layer that will be absorbed by the skin. And another property that we are adding to our product is fragrance and preservative, where because we use starch, we need to add antibacterials to prevent the inhibition of bacterial.
And this is how our product acts as a skin moisturizer. There are 3 steps. The first one is the occlusive agents to reduce the moistures, the humectants to attract water and to moist out the skin, and also the emollients as our product when it is applied to our skin, it produce act as a moisturizing agent to soften the skin. Next, please. So this is our product specification. Next, please. Our product composition consists of 5 main ingredients. The first one is the cornstarch, act as 63% of our product, and the rice starch is 21% of our product, and also the aloe vera powder is at 10.5%, and also the lemongrass as additional fragrance and also is 2.25%, and also the menthol as an additional fragrance at 2.25% of our composition. Next, please. This is the specification. There are, as I said before, the rice starch, cornstarch, the aloe vera powder, and also the essential oils of lemongrass, and also the menthol essential oil. Next, please.
So moving on to the production process, and so because our main ingredients are cornstarch, so we figuring out that we need our own cornstarch production facility. So in the left outside the purple box, we have the cornstarch processing, which is consists of washing, steeping, germ milling, germ cyclone, pin milling, hydrocyclone washing, centrifugal separation, flash drying, and the outcome result is the cornstarch storage unit. And after that, the cornstarch will be mixed with other ingredients such as rice starch, aloe vera powder, peppermint powder, and lemongrass powder. And then it will go into the quality control step, where if it pass, it will go sent to the packaging stage. But if it fail, it may be get remixes, and then the finished products will be put in the holding facility like a storage. Next. And this is our product scheduling. So basically, we took the example of Wednesday because our factory needs 3 days pre-start sequence. So this is the finished sequence. So this is took on Wednesday. So as you can see, we start at 6 a.m. and at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And this is the schematic from the start to the end of the day. Next.
Since our body powder are made from cornstarch, we think it will be better for us if we produce our own cornstarch, and therefore we find Tuban in East Java for the ability to become one of the largest coal production in Indonesia. But then based on economic analysis, we chose to rent a warehouse in Lamongan, East Java, near Tuban, so that we can easily assess the corn for our main ingredients. Next. For the plant layout, the total area needed for our plant building is equal to 1,656 meters square with a dimension of 72 times 23 meters with a total land area of 2,956 meters square. This area includes the production building and space for parking lot, other utilities, and logistics. And also, we have maintained the equipment spacing to reach the maximum safety, especially for the corn silo and the hydrocyclone washing, which categorized as high-risk equipment. So this is our plant location. Start from the corn silo into the mixing.
So for the raw material supply, we know that we need suppliers for our raw material supplies, and in this case, we have two supplier, which is the primary supplier and the secondary supplier. Next. So this is our primary supplier. So basically, out of 5 raw material and 2 packaging material that we use, we have 1 raw material that we imported from China, which is rice starch, because rice starch is basically unavailable in Indonesia. And if we try to reproduce it or we try to processing it, it will make our cost a little bit higher. So we choose to import it. So this is the list, starting off from the corn kernel in Surabaya, the rice starch from China, aloe vera Surabaya. So basically, all of our material are easily resourced because our plant location in Surabaya, so the transportation fee are quite low, beside the rice starch because it is imported with the DHL air freight. Next. And our secondary supplier, which is quite hard because now we don't have another aloe vera supplier from Indonesia, so we need also to be imported from China. So now we have 2 imported materials, and then as we can see, the location of the supplier are quite far away from our facility compared to the primary supplier. So we still prefer the primary supplier beside the secondary supplier. Next.
So for market analysis, we have segmented the market, and next. We chose Jabodetabek region as our potential customer because we think it is suitable for our products that are meant to be used in daily basis and to reduce the excess sebum and sweat. So through the percentage of the 3 groups, aspirant, emerging, middle, and middle, we can assume that there are around 62.25% population that belongs to our potential customer, which is lower to middle class. Thus, the amount of people in Jabodetabek that are considered as our potential customer is next. It can be seen on the table. So for the Jakarta region, it would be 5.97 million and so on. Next. And for our approximated production capacity, the target market will be as it seems, and then the weight will be 200 grams, and then operating days will be 227 days, and then product capacity per day will be 726 units per day. Next.
Bim.
So this is our product branding. Next, please. So our core value is beauty and organic itself, and how we sell our product mainly using the organic ingredients, and our minimalistic is also our core value, and also it is a soft. It acts like a hand. It acts like touch of a hand, as soft as a touch of a hand, and it is a simple product. Next, please. So our slogan is be natural and be organic, and also brings out the beauty organically. So it will bring beauty in every way possible, and it is organically, and not even not a single chemical ingredients is used.
And then for our product distribution, next, there would be a portion for each region, as we can see at the table. For Jakarta, it would be 34.3%, and the product distribution per year, it can be seen on the table. Next. And for our retailer, we chose Centro, Sogo, and Transmart for around 21 to 22%, and the rest are to Century, Guardian, and Watsons at 12%.
So last part is the economic analysis. So here we first gonna talk about the capital investment, which is the initial outgoing cash flow for building it. Where bare module is the total price for the equipment, and then we compare when we build or if we rent it, and we decided to go with the cheaper option. So for building it, we decided to loan it from 70% from bank and 30% from investor, where we calculated the weighted average cost of capital to be 8.331%. And we plan to pay back in 7 years, so we have a total financial interest of around 5 million. And another outgoing cash flow that would be each year is the raw material, paying the workers, utilities, insurance, and because we choose to rent, there's a rental price also. And then we decide to create the cost of product goods, which is, as you can see, the left part is for building and the right part is for renting. The operational cost for renting is slightly higher, but it's not much significance. But if we build it, there's so much difference in capital investment and financial interest, which is our survey says that they would buy the product if it's 120,000 or below, with the markup cosmetic value around 60%. We can only sell our products for 75,000 rupiah, which is it adds another reason for us to choose rent the warehouse instead, because it has the cost of per unit lower than our final price. Next is another reason why we choose to rent is by comparing the economic parameter, where in return of investment, building will be around 40% and in 3 years. But for renting, we have a return of investment around 70% and we can pay back in 2 years with the same minimum acceptable rate of return value, and also double the size of the ERR and an extra 7 million in the net present value. Bim.
This is the sensitivity analysis, our sensitivity analysis, and it actually defined the payback period and the IRR of our company, and the most slight curve is the product price fluctuation, and therefore we anticipate it for the deviation within times. Next, please. And also, we can see that the investment fluctuation will not change within the deviation of between 10% and minus 10% and also 10% of deviation. But the raw material will slightly affect our production, and also the product price fluctuation will also affect our production of the product. Next, please.
Okay, so that's our presentation from group TK21, and thank you for listening and have a nice day.